Behind closed doors, history is often rewritten before the world even notices. The Middle East is once again standing at the edge of a defining moment. Diplomacy, deception, and power politics are colliding in silence, while the world watches only the surface. Urgent phone calls, secret assurances, military fleets on the move, and a question that could reshape global stability. Is war inevitable, or is this the last chance to stop it? Tonight, we examine the unseen negotiations, the strategic fears of Gulf nations, and the pressure points trapping the world's most powerful players. This is not speculation. This is not propaganda. This is the geopolitical reality unfolding right now. Recent developments in the Middle East indicate a critical shift behind the scenes. According to emerging information, Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, has held an urgent and direct conversation with Iran's President, Masoud Pezeshkian. This communication carries major strategic significance. The key point from this exchange is clear. Mohammed bin Salman has now reached the firm conclusion that a military confrontation is approaching. Despite repeated efforts, he has been unable to persuade former U.S. President Donald Trump to halt preparations for a potential strike on Iran. Because of this realization, the Saudi Crown Prince reportedly conveyed a strong and unambiguous message to Tehran. He assured Iran's leadership that Saudi territory will not be used under any circumstances for an attack on Iran. This call itself was meant as a guarantee, a signal that Saudi Arabia does not stand with any military action against Iran and does not want war in the region. The message went further. Saudi Arabia, according to this position, is actively working to prevent escalation and does not want the Middle East to descend into destruction, chaos, or large-scale conflict. Iran's president responded positively, expressing support for any diplomatic effort aimed at stopping war. He welcomed Saudi Arabia's stance and thanked Riyadh for refusing to align with Washington in any military campaign. This development suggests two crucial strategic assurances. First, Iran has been indirectly told that if an attack occurs elsewhere, Saudi Arabia must not be targeted in retaliation, as no aggression will originate from Saudi soil. Second, Saudi Arabia has committed itself to exhausting all diplomatic channels to prevent a U.S. strike altogether. This position is not isolated. The UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, and Bahrain have reportedly delivered similar messages. These states understand the risks involved. Iran's missile capabilities are widely acknowledged, and no Gulf nation wants to be drawn into a regional war that is not of its making. Importantly, Saudi-Iran relations have already moved away from confrontation. The Yemen conflict is effectively de-escalated, and Riyadh has refused to normalize relations with Israel under pressure. This is a major geopolitical shift, with Gulf states closing their airspace and bases to offensive operations. Washington faces a logistical dilemma. From where would such an attack be launched? Remote bases like Diego Garcia or Guam are far from optimal, and aircraft carriers in the region have already been openly identified by Iran as legitimate targets. Iran has issued warnings that U.S. naval assets would not be safe in the event of conflict. At the same time, the United States appears trapped between two undesirable outcomes. A long war would push oil prices beyond control, potentially $150 or even $200 per barrel, triggering global economic chaos, including serious damage to the U.S. economy itself. A short war, however, may fail to achieve Israel's core objective, dismantling Iran's leadership and reshaping the regional balance of power. Behind closed doors, indirect communication between Washington and Tehran continues, but so far it has produced no meaningful results. Military deployments are advancing while diplomacy struggles to keep pace. Iran has also made it clear that any Saudi-led effort to stop the war will be supported at the highest level in Tehran. Succession planning inside Iran has reportedly been finalized, signaling preparedness for all scenarios. Meanwhile, Israel remains on high alert. Its forces are fully mobilized, surveillance and drone operations intensified, and emergency measures activated. The atmosphere resembles the final moments before a historic escalation. Many fear that if miscalculations continue, this conflict could spiral into a regional catastrophe, or even a broader global confrontation. Another critical issue is credibility. If U.S. bases fail to protect regional allies, Gulf states may begin reconsidering their long-term military and financial commitments to Washington. The original purpose of these bases was protection, first from perceived Iranian threats, but today, those same states fear being dragged into a war they never wanted. Arab governments do not want regime collapse in Iran. They understand that chaos there would destabilize the entire region and potentially make them the next targets. Over the past 72 hours, observers have noticed something unusual. Donald Trump's public rhetoric has grown noticeably quieter. This silence suggests internal uncertainty rather than confidence. An attack may still happen, but the consequences are no longer predictable or controllable. The Middle East now stands at a dangerous crossroads where one decision could redefine global stability. What we are witnessing is more than a military standoff. It is a test of alliances, credibility, and restraint. Arab states are drawing red lines. Global powers are calculating risks, and the margin for error is shrinking by the hour. Whether diplomacy succeeds or fails, one truth is already clear. Any misstep will not remain regional. It will echo across the world. The Middle East has reached a crossroads. The next decision will determine whether the future is shaped by negotiation or by fire. History is watching, and so are we. Subscribe for deeper analysis. Like, share, and join the discussion in the comments.